Hi, this is Ben Bolton with the Mother Nature Network, here with our live coverage of the super blue blood moon. Thanks for hanging in here with us as we continue our live coverage. I'm looking at a lot of your Facebook comments. Thank you guys for tuning in here. We're going to go through some questions and some more information. That way we're all kind of in this together. But we've got a little ways to go. This live stream starting now, but we've got all morning here as we get through different phases of the moon. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't go to school for this, but I'm going to go through the best I can and read you some of the information that we have, as well as go through what some of our writers said as well. I'm going to read some of your comments, and here in a little bit, I will pull up our comments live on the feed. So keep the questions coming. We'll go through the information that we have, and as we get more people waking up here, I'm sure we'll have a few more people who can answer questions, as well as people coming in for this Facebook Live. But Ben Bolton here with Mother Nature Network. Shout out in the comments, say hello, as well as tell us where you're looking, where you're watching this from, and thank you guys for tuning in here. So let's go through some of your early comments here. I know, thank you for waking up 6:04 in the morning here on the East Coast, and you know it's early for everybody right now. So we had Lisa Cookson saying Washington. So thanks for Washington watching from there. David Skelton saying complete cloud coverage where we are. Can't see a thing. I'm sorry to hear that. That's why we're bringing you this live. This is NASA's feed of the super blue blood moon. This is going to switch between Los Angeles, Arizona, and the Sky Center Observatory, as well as Edwards, California. So they have about 4 locations where they're going to be jumping back and forth. If you followed their solar eclipse coverage, you know it was great, and so we're simulcasting along with them. As well as if we get a good shot here, we're based out of Atlanta. This morning driving in, it was nice and clear. Hopefully it stays that way. If it does, I'll get a little camera set up and we can all just enjoy what it looks like from our perspective versus what NASA's high-powered telescopes can do. All right, Pamela Cahill saying, awesome, looking out the window, blessed, right there with you. Blessed to be up here with you guys on Facebook Live. Amber Ritter, sorry there, Amber. It's gorgeous and right outside my bedroom window. Lucky. I wish I could have watched this from my bedroom window. It would have been a lot more comfortable, and we were streaming live from the bedroom. But you know what? That's not where we're going from here. We're streaming live from the MNN offices here in Atlanta. See, Greg Robinson from Fallon, Nevada. Thank you for watching, Greg. Stick with us here. You've got a longer morning ahead there in Nevada to get the full view, but we're all kind of in this together at different times of the day, much like the solar eclipse. But when it starts going, it's going to be awesome. Peggy Sue saying, where? We're live out of Atlanta, but these cameras are out of Arizona, Los Angeles, and Edwards, California. So those are the 3, as well as NASA has so many different resources. So we're going to jump back and forth here. Let's see. Marie Grady saying, Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. I love that I'm sharing this moment with so many others. Everyone have a peaceful and loving day. Marie, thank you for that. Thank you for that comment there. Watching from Canada. Love Canada. Favorite band's Rush, by the way. Ben Bolton here with Mother Nature Network Live. All right, so continuing through some of these comments here. Keep them coming. We appreciate any comments as we go through. Donna Judson saying, wasn't sure I saw blue. It was very bright, though. Then I saw brownish red all the same night. Well, we're going to hopefully see more of that coming up, so thanks for your comment there. Typical cloud cover here every time there's something to look at. Mike J commenting there. Well, hopefully it clears up for you this time. Kentucky, Nancy Stevenson watching from Kentucky. Nancy, thank you for watching here and joining us here on MNN Live. And this is great. A lot of people here up early in the morning starting their day. Well, I'm glad you started it here with us, and we're going to continue this coverage. We've got a long ways to go, so, you know, you got to bounce out, take care of the kids, make some breakfast, bounce right back. We're going to be here throughout the morning with our entire live coverage. Going through some more here. Let's see. Sean Brown, this is supposed to be at Eclipse today as well. Anybody have a time frame on that? We're going to go through some of that information in just a second. Eve Cusack Steele, or Seal, saying, where's everyone from? I'm right there with you. Put in the comments where you're from. Nancy Peterson, Florida. Let's see, Maria Isabel Pena saying it is gorgeous live from Houston, Texas. Thanks for watching from Houston there, Maria. Let's see. Tiana Gutierrez not supposed to show up until 9:50 p.m. Japan time. Wow. So Japan has a long way to go there. But, you know, obviously, I don't know what time it is in Japan right this second. Eve saying Dayton, Ohio area here. Thanks for watching from Ohio. Let's see, Joy commenting that she can't see it from where I'm at. Too many trees. Well, hopefully you get to see it here. NASA's got a bunch of cameras to switch between. You'll see there at the bottom of the screen that, they've got all kinds of different views they'll go between, and lunar eclipse, super blue blood moon, all kinds of things going on this morning. All right, let's see some more comments here. Let's see. Ophir saying, I can almost touch the sun from Oklahoma. That's funny. That's good comment there. Sean Brown, Maysville, Kentucky. Let's see. Asia Ellinger, cloud cover here in North Idaho. Well, thank you for tuning in from Idaho. Thanks for tuning in. Louise Surfast saying invisible in Europe. Well, hopefully Europe gets a good view of this as well. Cynthia Tonseth, hello from New Hampshire. Glad to see as our moon dips lower and more difficult to see. Well, we're going to have good live coverage here as well. Thank you for watching from New Hampshire. Great comments here. Keep them coming. We're going to keep going through a lot of these comments. Let's see. Pamela Cahill watching from Massachusetts. Thank you for being here. James Collins will not show the video. If you're having problems with the video, you might have to reload Facebook, but it should be popping up. I've been testing it all morning to make sure that our feeds are working nice and smooth here. So technology is a real bummer sometimes. So if you get a chance to just restart there, jump back in the feed. So I was checking on my phone there, a little echo. Perfect. Yep. Looks like a beautiful picture. And as things start happening, NASA will jump on here and start making comments. So it won't just be me. Martha McFadden saying, great picture. Yeah, it's a beautiful one. This is from the Armstrong Flight Research Center. This is in Edwards, California. Kathy Gabriel watching from Trinidad, Caribbean, from the Caribbean. Wow, I hope it's warm there. It says, love these events when I can't see it firsthand. Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us here. I wish I could be in the Caribbean and get my vacation on, but you know what? I'm enjoying this. I love this kind of stuff. Ben Bolton here with Mother Nature Network. And we're going to go through some information here in just a second, but you guys are commenting a lot. I want to get everybody out there. Make sure you get a second. And I'm here in a few minutes. Not going to throw everything out here at once. We're going to go through some information once I go through these comments. Then I have a feature, and you'll see NASA has the feature as well. They're about to pull up some more information. But in just a few minutes, I'll start pulling up comments on screen. So put up comments and questions, and it will appear here on this live stream going across an entire nation. People jumping in and out of this live stream. So your comments and questions can be seen around the world and can be answered. So keep those coming. We'll get those up on screen in just a second. Dennis Peterson watching from Denmark. Wow. Saying there's a lot of rain, so you can't see it. Well, you know what? This is going to be a great view for it all morning. So jump back and forth, come back and forth with us here. If everybody sees, we have a pinned comment there with an article. If you get a chance to click through, that's got a lot of information as well. We're going to talk through a lot of it in just a few minutes. But that article has a lot, and when you click through it, we're working to get the live stream embedded. But once that is, it'll be a little easier to go back and forth. And make sure you come on back once you click through it and learn a little bit more about the super blue blood moon as well as the lunar eclipse. Britt J. Quinton saying, thanks for this. Let's see. Pamela, intermittent cloud cover from Washington State. Well, Pamela, if you get some cloud cover right now, hopefully throughout the night going into the morning for you guys, there will be some more. This view here from Griffin or Edwards, California, Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, and Arizona's Sky Center Observatory. That will be a good view. NASA always good with these kind of coverages. Let's see here. Let's see. Mona, hello from the UK. Wow, from Britain, all the way from Britain. Loving this. Let's see. Ophir Larkins, a blue canopy covering the whole Oklahoma. I can see it while drinking my coffee. Wow. So this is going to be beautiful all morning. So this is great. I'm going to keep an eye out what's going on here in Atlanta. Let's see. James Collins, it shows like moving across the bottom of the screen, but the video does not play. Well, James, hopefully you can get this worked out here. Got a beautiful live coverage of the moon, all the super blue blood moon and lunar eclipse coverage here. Let's see. Sachana Dayhill saying, thanks for the live feed. Cloudy in Berlin and raining. Wow. Let's see. Joy from Augusta. How about that? I love Augusta. In my career, lucky enough to cover the Masters a couple times. I love going to Augusta, as I got some friends down there as well. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy. Keep the questions and comments coming. We got a lot more comments to go through here. So I'm going to keep a mark off of where I'm at and go through some more. Or actually, no, Busher saying, so awesome. I'm watching from Pakistan. Looks so amazing. Thanks for watching, Busher, from Pakistan. Wow. Let's see. Gurjan Decker. Is it a black-white moon and a shade of gray-blue? We're going to go through some of the phases here. We're going to talk through that here in just a minute. There's a lot to go through. This is going to be an all-morning thing. So, even if you got to tune out for a second, make sure you come back. But for those sticking around, it's going to be worth the wait, and it's going to be worth to watch now. Even if you take a peek outside and come back to the live stream, if it's clear enough, it's worth it. This is going to be beautiful. We don't get these very often. So here we go. DD Best up and ready from Seattle. Love it. Seattle, there you go. Beautiful night from Joshua Tree, Edwards Michaels. Joshua Tree, awesome. That's probably a great place to view this. Leisha, hi from Queensland, Australia. We'll get to see it here around 11:50 p.m. Few hours to go. Just got back from Australia. Actually, just got engaged. But thanks for tuning in from Australia. Love your country. Very beautiful. Angie D, so prettyful. I love it. Thank you. Lots of hearts there. Thank you, Angie, for tuning in as we continue our live coverage here. Helen Rogers, amazing event. Helen from North Wales, UK. Wow, a lot of UK. A lot of people from all over the country here watching along with us. Let's see, continue to go through these comments here. You guys are putting a lot of them, so we really appreciate it. Keep the comments coming, and we will go through them all. Chris Hadfield, NASA, yep, there you go. Ranju saying, watching from Nepal. Wow, great. Heidi Bergman, where is this? So Heidi, here's where our cameras are located. The Armstrong Flight Center, that is in Edwards, California. We'll be jumping between that, the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, and the University of Arizona's Mount Lemmon Sky Center Observatory. You may be asking, why are all these cameras placed West Coast, Arizona, things like that? The reason is NASA believes that the best view of the lunar eclipse and super blue blood moon is going to be from the West Coast. So here on the East Coast, I'm right there with you. It looks beautiful outside, and we'll keep an eye on it. But we're not going to get the best view. NASA, we're going to give you the best view they possibly can get. So as long as weather holds up, which it looks like it is, at several different other locations, we're going to have a beautiful view here. So for those tuning in from all over the country, all over the world, just stay tuned with us. You'll get to see it and where you're living from, hopefully. But we're going to have a really clear picture here throughout the morning. And NASA has some music playing right now. They're going to have people that jump on and explain a lot more as we hit the different phases. So I'll tune out when that happens. But for now, we're going to go through some more comments and questions. Julie Martinez, Phoenix, Arizona. I like Phoenix, Arizona. A lot of good golf courses there. A lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in. Martha McFadden, Martha, North Carolina. Thank you for watching from North Carolina. Mike J, Byron Bay, Australia's most easterly point. First time it's rained in months. Well, I'm glad you guys got some rain. Byron Bay, Australia, beautiful place. Sissy Katsani, watching from Athens, Greece. Wow, thank you for tuning in here. Mona, it's 11 a.m. UK, so nothing. It's nice to see it on the screen. Well, thanks for tuning in, Mona. Hopefully you guys get it tonight. Let's see. Katrina Thomas, cloudy, but watching your video from Sydney. Love it. I love Sydney. Was there for New Year's. Celebrated right next to where Hugh Jackman was. Wow. Very nice. Let's see. Rebecca Bone, good morning from Lewisburg, North Carolina. Let's see. Amber Ritter, pagans, grab your crystals and tools. It's time to do some blessings. Heidi Bergman, clouds here in Missouri. Asia Ellinger, thanks for covering this. Bushra, it's 4:09 p.m. in Pakistan. Can't wait to see it for real. Right there with you. Got some more facts coming up on the screen here from NASA in just a second. So you're going to learn some more while we go through some more of your comments. Let's see. Judy Woodland, cloudy in upstate New York. Well, hopefully we get a good view for you here. These are all West Coast cameras, but we're located here in Atlanta, so if we see something beautiful here, we'll throw it up as well. Meredith Hall, cool, trying to watch it here too. Thank you, Meredith. Nuno saying, I'm not missing this event. Hasn't opened in 150 years. Tuning in from New Bedford, Massachusetts. Wow, thank you. Let's see. Lucille Kearns, love it. We have the clouds in New England low. but thinks we can see some of the event, or thinks they can. I hope you do. Let's see. Barbara Biggerstaff saying it was super. That's right. Super blue blood moon. All right. Shay Castellano, Denver, Colorado here, working at my gas station. Well, you know what, Shay? Hopefully you get a chance to pass the time at work while we're live here, and hopefully you keep getting them checks. That's right. Okay. Jane Mitchell, cloudy in Calgary, Alberta. Thank you for streaming this. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to stay here all morning and stream this. We're going to keep live coverage up because, NASA's going to do this right with cameras better than anybody else around the world. They've got access to all these observatories and flight centers, so we will continue our coverage here. Cloud coverage here in Lake George, Australia. Wow, lots of Australia. Loving it, people. Cloudy and drizzly in Brisbane. We'll be checking in later from Monique Anderson. Brisbane, love Brisbane as well. Krista D. Green from Baltimore, Maryland. Happy to be joining you. Thanks for this. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so we went through a few comments. Keep them coming. I'm going to jump back in just a second. We're going to go through some information for everybody who is tuning in here, wants some info besides just reading some comments. So, January 31st, we're all in this together, or at least here in the East Coast, working our way through the West Coast. People from all over the country actually watching this live stream. Super blue blood moon and lunar eclipse. I actually need to update that in our Facebook Live description. But January 2018, everybody. Hopefully everybody's had a good beginning of the year. It's been a month of lunar events. First, there was the full moon on January 1st. We started the new year off right. The full moon was called the wolf moon, credited to howling wolves. So we started the year with that. But really not as big of a deal as where we're at today. It's another full moon, January 31st. It's a blue moon, named for the second full moon in a single month. So the blue moon is not because it's necessarily blue. In fact, it's going to turn more shades of orange and reddish, you'll see, as the morning goes on. But second full moon in a single month. Now, the blue moon will be even more special since it occurs during a total lunar eclipse, which begins early in the morning as we're all here. So total lunar eclipse as well as the blue moon. So we will have a blue moon, but for the western U.S., this is why the cameras are out west, Hawaii and half of Asia, the moon will also be a blood red color as it enters the deepest part of the eclipse. So it's going to look beautiful for everybody, pretty much all over the world, but we're really going to get a great view here with this feed because they're all in the western U.S., Hawaii, half of Asia. They're getting the blue moon as well as this blood red color, and that'll be happening throughout the course of the morning. Now, supermoon is a term given to a moon when it's at the closest to the Earth in its orbit. So the moon's going to be it's going to be huge and it's going to be beautiful across the U.S., but it's closest to the Earth in its orbit. It varies a little bit since the moon's orbit isn't always it's not a perfect circle. You guys took classes in school, or if you're up here with your kids watching, you learned that in school at some point. That they're elliptical, not circular orbits around the Earth. But the January supermoon, that's where we're at right now, 11% larger than usual. That's incredible. So when you go outside, it's 11% larger than you normally would see the moon where you're from. Crazy statistics behind this, but it's going to be beautiful throughout the morning, as well as these cameras on the West Coast getting the blood red color. As you can kind of see it's starting to tint a little bit, but it's going to be a true blood red. Now, a total lunar eclipse occurs when the moon, sun, and Earth are aligned, and Earth's shadow is cast on the moon. That's what we're tuned in for, people. This is going to be great. The spooky red color happens because the red light that passes through our atmosphere is bent. So the atmosphere, as a lens, think of it as a lens that shines light onto the moon, creating a crimson color, even though the moon is completely in shadow. All kinds of great stuff happening here tonight. So we're going to get that article. We're going to put the live stream in that article as well. So if you click through, you have an easy way of getting back. We're going to go through some more comments. A lot of people tuning in here from all over the world. Wow. See if I can get through all of them here. Catherine Young from Australia, Perth. Gail Judson, clear and bright from Connecticut, Stamford, Connecticut. Wow. Barbara Littlefield, thank you, from Rhode Island. Thank you for watching. Britt Mortimer, watching from Galloway in Ireland. Wow, Ireland, beautiful. Meredith Hall, watching from Connecticut. Beautiful. Haven't slept all night. Crazy energy. Wow. Vikram saying nice. Let's see. Saad Abbasi saying, I can't see it from here. Well, hopefully you can see it on our live stream. Emmett Jane saying, Moonstruck. Good comment. I like that one. Kim Kelly, hello from La Crosse, Florida. Thank you for tuning in from Florida as well. Let's see. Gail Judson saying, hi, Meredith. So shout-outs within comments here. Claudia Roman, Southgate. Thanks you for watching. Justin Kruger from Canberra, Australia. Wow. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing those wrong. When I was in Australia, I didn't feel like I pronounced anything wrong or anything correctly. Louise McGovern, rain and full cloud cover in Brisbane, Australia. Well, hopefully you get a good view here. We're going to make sure we have good views as we take NASA's feed live for you to watch. Let's see. Levy saying, hello, world, Belgium here. Wow, got Belgium as well. A lot of Australia. Anna Mueller, hi from Gold Coast, Australia. Gold Coast is beautiful. Let's see. Michelle Frey, clear skies, moon bright, but still high in California. All right, thank you, Michelle. Let's see. Lois Cups, hello, Moon, Kentucky here. All right. Love Kentucky. Been there many times. Great caves. Caves are escaping me here for a second, but I had a great time with that national park. Heidi Bergman, thanks for answering. No problem, Heidi. Keep the questions and comments coming. We're going to read them out and go through them all. Let's see. Eve Seal, hello, world. Judy Woodland, cloudy here in New York. Well, hopefully it clears up for you, or you can watch our live stream. Let's see. Ella Ramirez, moon beautiful, but not up in South Jersey. We'll see. Like I said, it's going to be the best view from the West Coast, especially for places that don't have as much cloud coverage. So that's why we're taking it from where we're taking it at. It's NASA's feed from the West Coast. It's going to be beautiful. All right, so continuing our go through the comments here. Leigh Wheaton, cloudy in Nova Scotia. Thank you for watching from Nova Scotia. Wow, worldwide. You're a Mother Nature Network live. Hello from southwestern Australia, from Sandra Hill. Well, thank you for watching, Sandra. Love Australia. Wow, from Singapore. Thank you for watching from Singapore. Some questions and other... Oh, wow, Dante Dorado watching from Saudi Arabia. Man, this is great. Let's see. Christina Seisman watching from Thailand. Let's see. Cloudy here in upstate New York from Judy Woodland. Thank you for your comment. Lori Calvi watching from Fort Lauderdale. Katrina Thomas watching from Sydney, Australia. Morning from Wisconsin, Sue Rochester. Well, thank you for tuning in from Wisconsin. Let's see. Robin W. Johnson, 615 from the Smoky Mountains. Love the Smoky Mountains. One of my favorite places to visit. Barbara Littlefield, beautiful moon in Rhode Island. David Stanley, hello from India. Well, hello from here in Atlanta and across the world. Everybody tuning in here, watching from India. Wow. Worldwide streaming here on Mother Nature Network. We'll go through some more comments here in just a second. Make sure you put in your comments and questions, as well as anything else you want to say. We're going to read them out loud. We're going to throw them up on screen here in just a few. But we'll continue that in just a second. So everybody's on the same page here with what I'm doing behind the scenes. I'm going to get back to comments in just a second. I'm actually going to embed our live stream in the article that you have attached here, or pinned here at the top. That way, if you click through the article to read a little bit more about what you're watching, then you get a chance to just click right back into our live stream. Okay. Early in the morning for everybody here. Natalie Koo, hello from Los Angeles. Thank you. Let's see. Concetta Lockard watching from Louisiana. Love it. Cloudy in Seattle, Washington. That's from Georgia Bartholomew. Yeah, Seattle. Hopefully it clears up for you. Patricia Johnson from Jonesboro, Arkansas. Tiff Annie, Hawaii. It's very clear here. You got a great view in Hawaii. You're actually going to be lucky. You go outside, you're going to see a beautiful view of it from Hawaii. Nuno asking, how come the moon looks tilted? It might just be the way that the camera was set up for now. Let's see. Another person, let's see. Jai Positive watching from India as well. Thank you for watching. See, Patty saying we can see a clear view from Jensen Beach, Florida so far. Thank you. Wow. Great, you got a good clear view. And hey, guys, if you get a good view, feel free to throw a picture in the comment or send it our way. We're excited. We want to see what it looks like across the entire world. Let's see. So bright here in Alaska. Wow, Christy Horton watching from Alaska. Let's see. 7:21 a.m. Cheers from Nova Scotia. Canada's Ocean Playground. Brenda Jean. Thank you, Brenda. Ella Ramirez, very bright here from Smithville, New Jersey. Let's see. Jean Ann Dillon disappeared behind the clouds. Indianapolis. Have a great time there in Indianapolis. You guys got the NFL Combine coming up not too long from now. Jimmy Gomez, visually clear in the Philippines. Wow, it's a beautiful place to see it from. Katie in Devero, Bonita Springs. Wow. Brian Dawson, thank you for Michigan. Wow, well, thank you for watching Michigan. Love Michigan as well. Grace Keys, watching from Newcastle, Maine. Wow, beautiful place. Man, you guys got a lot of comments. We're going to keep going through these. Thank you guys for tuning in here and joining us on our live coverage. Got a long way to go. We've got some more information to go through as well as we go through the morning. So make sure you stick around with us. You guys are awesome. You guys are doing a great job here following along as we continue our live coverage of the super blue blood moon and the lunar eclipse. All right. We're going to go through some more comments here. Lisa Martin, Cincinnati, Ohio. Rosemary Kloppers, South Africa. Hala, thank you from Toronto. Wow. Cynthia Flowers from Daphne, Alabama. Loving it. Worked in Alabama for a while. Love Alabama. Great food, great people. Hi from Fraser Coast region of Queensland, Australia. It's Sherry Longman. Thank you. Diane Squire, hello from Michigan. Well, thank you. Let's see. Delby Winkler Estes, Hamilton, Ohio. Sandy Simmons, cloudy in Michigan. Thanks. Hopefully your clouds clear up. Love Michigan. Ramona Chandri, hello from Germany. That's our first comment from Germany. Thank you, Ramona, for tuning in here. Barbara Ann Littlefield, fly me to the moon, let me dance among the stars. You know what? If we had the rights to play that song, I'd be jamming it the entire time. One of my favorites. Gotta love Sinatra. All right. Fazia Rehan, hello from Pakistan. People from India, Alaska, Bali. Wow. Arlene Bowen from Brantford, Ontario. Thank you for tuning in. Corrine Kunert, hello from Madison, Wisconsin. Nice and bright. Yeah, it is. Christina Parms, hello from London, Kentucky. Brad Watts, Nova Scotia. Wow. Remy, hi, watching from Japan. All over the world here on Mother Nature Network. Thank you guys for tuning in, sticking with us. Make sure you share and comment, you like, whatever you want to do. Pass along to your friends. We're going to have this feed up all morning. So as I've said earlier in the feed, if you gotta go do something, take care of life, go help your children, but come on back. We're going to have this feed up all morning, so you're not missing anything. What's going to be great, we're going to have post coverage of this as well. As things happen, we're going to make sure we put it out there on social and everything else. So keep coming back here, but live coverage is going to continue all morning. Tammy Moore, hello from Arkansas. Catherine Newton, good morning from Leeds, UK. Wow. Dina from Maryland, from Singapore there, as NASA's going to be jumping between cameras. Kathy Gabrielle, for those who can't see it, will you post photos of the actual blue? Yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to have this up live. And I promise you, as it happens and it turns red, it will pop up on this screen. It's a morning-long thing. These are going to be the best views you're going to get of it. So you're going to see it here if you tune in. But if you can't watch it here, we're going to be posting photos and videos of it as we get through it, as it happens. So Irene Brathwaite, Bronx, New York. And sorry if I miss your comment. Comment again if I miss it. You guys are commenting so much, it's going through my feed really fast. So I get comment as quickly as I can here. Let's see. We're going to actually start back here at the top. Our moon's getting better, a bit cloudy from Manila. That's Gary Villa. Thank you there. Joanna Faria, thanks, good afternoon from Belgium. Debbie in Cloudy, Indiana, thank you for watching. Sarmad Mirza, witnessing the moon from Pakistan. Thank you for tuning in. Teal Pratt watching, it looks like Wisconsin. Thank you for watching. Santosh from Nepal, thank you. Let's see. Questions about where it's going to appear. You know what? We're going to take a second here. I'm going to keep liking all your comments. We're going to read some more out. And in fact, I'm going to throw a lot of them on screen. So that's going to make this go a little bit quicker through some of this. But keep your comments and questions coming. People asking when. All right, let's go through this. I'm going to pull this up so I make sure I'm correct on reading this the right way. But here's what we know. Okay, so the full moon is special for 3 reasons. This one is a big deal. It's a series of supermoons. So when it's a supermoon, the moon is closer to the Earth in its orbit, known as it's about 14% brighter than usual, according to NASA. So 11 before, NASA saying 14 now. Second full moon of the month. Because it's the second full moon of the month, it's called a blue moon. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to turn blue. In fact, it's going to turn orangish red. So the fact that it's called a blue moon almost as a misconception. It's not going to turn blue, but it is going to turn red. It's going to look beautiful. Full blue, super blue blood moon. We're going to go through some more of what to expect at what times. So for those just tuning in, thanks for tuning in as well. Keep the comments and questions coming. We'll keep it going here. I'm updating our Facebook Live here, so just give me a second. Watch live. Let's see. And lunar eclipse. Save. All right. So continuing through some more of this information. That way we're all on the same page. It's going to be a fun morning. So thank everybody for tuning in from all over the world. We're going to have all our cameras on the East Coast. Edwards, California, Los Angeles, and Arizona. That's because that's where they're going to get the best view of that red, orangish color. So going back through, it's called a supermoon because, 1, the moon is closer to the Earth when it's in orbit, 14% brighter than usual. Second full moon of the month is why it's called a blue moon. It's not going to actually turn blue, but it's because it's the second full moon of the month. Now, the super blue moon will pass through the Earth's shadow. So that's where the total lunar eclipse comes from. When the moon passes through the Earth's shadow, it takes on a reddish tint. So that's what we'll see later in the morning. But that's why it'll be called a blood moon. So that's why we get all these descriptors. Super blue blood moon. And lunar eclipse. It's going to be a beautiful morning. All right. Let's see here. We're going to check on the feed. We're going to go through some of the times of what's going to happen as well. So, double checking everything here. As NASA continues their live stream, we continue our live feed here as well. Thanks for tuning in as we continue our live coverage here. And keep your comments and questions coming. NASA's jumping in between feeds. Let's see. All right, people asking more about time. When is it going to turn red? All right, let's do this. Let's go through that information. You guys keep asking. Obviously, that's what you want to know. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through exactly the way NASA has written it. They're basically saying weather permitting, West Coast, Alaska, Hawaii will have a spectacular view. That's where our cameras are placed. So the eclipse viewing will be more challenging in the Eastern time zone. It begins at 5:51 Eastern time as the moon is about to set in the western sky, and the sky is getting lighter in the east. So it's already underway and happening here in the East Coast. Coming into do this live stream this morning, I got to see a little bit of it, but it's not going to be the best view, which we'll get here. So here's what you're going to. Here's what we're waiting for here. We're going to talk the Pacific Coast. So this is Los Angeles, Arizona. You guys are waiting for it to be around between 5:30 and 6 a.m. your time. So we're a couple hours away from it really looking its best. But we are working our way. We were in the make sure I get this right, the penumbral eclipse is what the first phase was. Then we're going to get to the umbral eclipse. That's where we're at now, I'm pretty sure. But the totality begins between 4:51 and 6:07 a.m. Pacific Coast. PST. So, we've got a little ways to go. Probably another hour or so. But it's going to look beautiful when we get there. So thanks for tuning in, sticking around. I'm going to read you this exactly so that way we're all on the same page. Viewers in New York or Washington, D.C., the moon will enter the outer part of the Earth's shadow at 5:51 a.m. But NASA says that it won't be all that noticeable. The darker part of Earth's shadow will begin to blanket part of the moon with a reddish tint at 6:48 a.m. Eastern Time. We're about 10 minutes away from the Earth's shadow blanking part of the moon here on the East Coast. So 10 minutes for us here on the East Coast. But the moon will set less than half an hour later. So your best opportunity if you're live in the East is to head outside about 6:45 a.m., 7 minutes away, people, which is going to be great, and get to a high place to start watch the start of the eclipse. Make sure you have clear line of sight to the horizon in the west and northwest, opposite from where the sun will rise. If you live in the central time zone, viewing will be better since the action begins when the moon is higher in the western sky. At 5:41 a.m. Central Time, the lighter part of Earth's shadow will touch the moon. By 6:15 a.m. Central Time, the Earth's reddish shadow will be clearly noticeable on the moon. The eclipse will be harder to see in the lightening pre-dawn sky, and the moon will set after 7 a.m. as the sun rises. So if you live in Kansas City or Chicago, your best viewing time will be from 6:15 to 6:30 a.m. Central Time. So those in the Central Time, you've got another hour or so, but here in the East Coast, we're getting close. NASA said you'll have more success if you can go to a high place with a clear view to the west. In the Rocky Mountain region, the show begins as the umbra touches the edge of the moon at 4:48 a.m. Mountain Time. The peak of the blood moon eclipse is around 6:30 a.m. local time, and the moon will set shortly after 7 a.m. So Mountain Time, 6:30, 7. So we're all kind of in the same boat here. At 6:30, your local time is going to be probably your best time. We're going to get to the West Coast here in just a second. Californians and viewers from Western Canada treated to the total eclipse phase from start to finish. So you guys out on the West Coast are the lucky ones here. Ooh, what a lucky man he was. The penumbral shadow will pass through the moon, or after the moon is set. The umbral eclipse begins at 3:48 Pacific Time, and at 4:51, totality will begin. The best viewing between 5 and 6 a.m. Pacific Time. The totality phase ends about 6:05 a.m. Weather permitting, eclipse fans in Hawaii will experience a lunar eclipse from start to finish, as will sky watchers in Alaska, Australia, and Eastern Asia. Wow. Incredible. So we've got a lot of different things to show you here, and we're going to also show you guys some graphics here in just a few. That way we're all on the same page, and gives us an idea of what we're going to look at here. I'm going to go back to comments and questions. Thanks for tuning in here. Let's see. People asking about time. When is it going to turn red? A lot of people tuning in here. Thanks for tuning in. Keep the comments, questions, shares, everything coming. We're going to continue our live coverage. And in fact, I'm going to pull up some graphics here in just a second to go along with our coverage. That way we're all as educated on this as we could possibly be heading into our super blue blood moon. NASA will cut in here in just a few, hopefully to give you some more background on what we're looking at here. People watching from, Ellen watching from North Carolina. A lot of great comments and questions here. Wow, I'm loving it. People are asking when it's turning red. I just went through a little bit of it, but I'm gonna throw this live stream. I'm gonna throw this live stream in our article. That way, we're all on the same page here. But once I do that, we'll really go through exactly what you should be tuning in for. So I'm going to go through that paragraph here in just a second. Again, about what times throughout the morning you can watch, as well as I'll pull up some. Some graphics. That way you guys are all tuned in. So thanks for tuning in here. Stick with us. Got a long morning to go. Lots of good comments and questions here. Let's see. Amarishe, hi from Bellary. Thank you for tuning in. Sarmad Mirza, thanks for mentioning my name. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Dorinda Hudson, I woke up for nothing. You didn't wake up for nothing. It's just getting started. It's going to be fun. In fact, here on the East Coast, we're about 2 minutes away. I'm going to get off here in just a second and see if I can get a shot of it and pull it up so you guys can look. So stay tuned. It's going to be fun. Let's see here. Lots of good comments and questions. So East Coast, you guys better get ready. It's going to be your time to get a look. All right. So, all you East Coasters, it's about that time. Hopefully, you guys get a decent look at it. The East Coast is going to be the hardest to see it out of all the coasts here in the United States. We're broadcasting out of Atlanta. Cameras are set up all on the West Coast because they're going to have the best view of the lunar eclipse. But let's see here. I'm going to try and get a good view. I'm going to see if I can get my camera to get a view of it. That way we can all kind of look at what it looks like on the East Coast together. We'll see if we'll see what NASA does. So there you go. NASA's going to you'll see it here in just a second. They're going to throw up some more information. That way you guys are all tuned into what phase of the moon you're looking at. So I'm going to throw up the music here for just a second. We're going to answer more questions, go through more comments. So stick with us. Once we do that, I'm going to see if I can get a view and pull it up here from our cameras. And if not, we'll come back here and talk some more. But we'll see if we get a view here from Atlanta. And everybody out there East Coast who gets to see the beginning of the lunar eclipse and the red tint to the moon, make sure you throw us some pictures, some video as well. All right, so I'm going to throw up the music. Don't go away. I'm just working to get a picture or video up as well from the East Coast. So here we go. Ben Bolton back here with Mother Nature Network. Thanks for tuning in with us here as our live stream continues of the super blue blood moon. We're going to have a lot of questions and answers here. If you're on the East Coast, Atlanta, Georgia right now is where we're broadcasting out of, but our cameras are set up all on the West Coast because they're going to have the best view. If you're on the East Coast right now, it is time to go look at it. It is beautiful. I wish I had a better picture of it myself, but I can see a little bit from where I'm streaming from. It is just a beautiful, beautiful sight. We've got some cloud coverage, so you can't see the moon, but you can see the reddish tint coming off into the morning sky. So I'm working to see if we can pull up another camera, but you're not going to miss a thing here with our live camera on the West Coast. It's going to be the best picture you can find, always the best picture you can find with NASA, here with Mother Nature Network. So lots of comments and questions. Keep them coming. I'll answer as much as I can. And we'll also pull up some comments and questions from you guys, the viewers. I know you guys got a lot to ask, a lot to say. So we'll pull those up. That way we're all in this together. And we can get some questions answered for you guys. So let's see. Thank you guys for continuing to follow us live here. We'll continue our live coverage. So I'm pulling up the thing so you guys can comment live on our feed, and we'll put it up on camera. We've got a ways to go here. It's going to be a morning for everybody, but this would be a great way for all of us to come together here and let's go through some more information before I start pulling up your comments on screen. So here's the instructions. Okay, so East Coast, it's time to go outside and look at it now, come back and really get a good view of it. Those on the West Coast are going to get the best view. Here we go. So for viewers in New York or Washington, D.C., the moon will enter the outer part of Earth's shadow at 5:51 a.m. But Johnson, the NASA guy that we're talking to here, says it won't be all that noticeable. The darker part of Earth's shadow will begin to blanket part of the moon with a reddish tint at 6:48 a.m. Eastern Time. But the moon will set less than half an hour later. Your best opportunity if you live in the East is to head outside at 6:45 a.m. So right now, 10 minutes ago, you can get to a high place to watch the start of an eclipse. But make sure you have a clear line of sight of the horizon west-northwest, opposite of where the sun will rise. So, East Coast, go outside now. Central, Rocky Mountain, West Coast, you got some time to go here. Central time zone. Viewing will be better than the East Coast since the action begins where the moon is higher in the western sky. At 4:51 a.m. Central time, the lighter part of Earth's shadow will touch the moon. At 6:15 Central time, the Earth's reddish shadow will be clearly noticeable on the moon. The eclipse will be harder to see in the lightning pre-dawn sky as the moon will set after 7 a.m. as the sun rises. If you live in Kansas City or Chicago, your best viewing will be from 6:15 to 6:30 a.m. Central Time. Again, you'll have more success if you're in a high place with a clear view to the west. In the Rocky Mountain region, the show begins as the edge touches the moon at 4:48 a.m. Peak of the blood moon eclipse is at 6:30 a.m. local time. So for those Rocky Mountain time there, 6:30 a.m. The moon will set shortly after 7 a.m. Mountain Time. For those on the West Coast, Californians and viewers in Western Canada will be treated to the total eclipse phase from start to finish through the penumbral shadow. It will pass along as the moon has set. The umbral eclipse will begin at 3:48 Pacific Time a.m. At 4:51 a.m., totality will begin. With best viewing between 5 and 6 a.m. local time, the totality phase ends at 6:05 a.m. Pacific Time. Those in Hawaii, Asia, Alaska, Australia, you guys will get to view this from start to finish as well. So a lot of good information there. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Keep clicking through. We got some more information, as well as keep your comments and questions coming. Roy Murphy watching from Seattle, Washington. Thank you for watching from Seattle. Let's see. Chasson McClellan, beautiful, clear in Hawaii and amazing. Oh, not surprising there. Hawaii's beautiful. Let's see if I can find a Hawaii cam. If I can find one, I'll pull it up so we can all look at it. Let's see here. So keep your comments and questions coming. We're going to throw your comments up on the screen here in just a minute. But getting an idea if we've got any other views of it. We've got NASA's cameras, which are beautiful, but you just never quite know. We got a lot of partners around the world. Lucky to have those. And luckily, we can pull up some other views if need be. So let's see if we've got any East Coast views that we can throw up here. It's getting light a lot of places here on the East Coast, so it's a little bit harder to find one. Let's see. Thank you guys for tuning in here, and we're going to go back to the music in NASA's feed, but we're going to pull up comments and questions here on the feed in just a second, so stick with us. Ben Volton back here with live coverage of the Super Blue Blood Moon here for Mother Nature Network. Thanks for tuning in. And we're going to go through some more of your comments and questions here in just a second. Wanted to go through some more information. People keep coming in and out, asking questions, and go through some more. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll throw more comments up on the screen a little bit later. But for now, let's go through and talk a little bit about what to expect here. So, East Coast, your time is, wow, it's looking beautiful right now, actually. If you get a chance to go outside here in Atlanta, it is just gorgeous. So, really got a good view right now on the East Coast, but throughout the morning, it'll start popping up. And those on the West Coast will get the best view of the Super Blue Blood Moon. You guys have the best view. And this is where our cameras are located. For those asking where these cameras are situated, these are NASA's cameras out in California, Los Angeles, and Arizona. So plenty to see here. But Central Time, you guys are coming up. You are in your best viewing time from basically in about 3 minutes. In the next 3 to 20 minutes is your best viewing time. They're in the central time zone. Then in Mountain Time, you guys are your 6:30 a.m. Mountain Time to 7 a.m. That's going to be your best time to see it. Pacific Coast, over there on the West Coast, you guys have a little bit to go. 4:51 a.m. Pacific Time is when your view of the totality begins, so not too far away. But thanks for sticking with us here. I'm going to throw the music back up, see if we can get some more. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I want to actually show you guys some graphics here in just a second, if I can get them to pull up. So for y'all just tuning in, this is what we're looking for here. So this is a graphic of what you should be expecting. This is all in Pacific Coast. You guys get a chance to view what your best time is, as well as moonset times for places all East, Central, Mountain Time, and West Coast. So we got another graphic here I can pull up in just a second. Don't want to take you too long off the view of the moon, because I know that's what we're all here to watch. And for those wanting a little more scientific look at it, here is kind of the view of the different phases of the moon. I'm going to take you to that. Here's kind of the phases of the moon. You guys can see moonset different places around the country, but West Coast is really, for the United States, is going to get a good view, as well as Australia, Eastern Asia, and Hawaii. All right, so we're going to take you back to the NASA view here in just a second. That way you guys get listen in. They're going to come on with their broadcast here not too long from now. But I'll be back on here in just a few more minutes, a few more seconds to answer some questions. I'm going to see if I can get a video or photo of what we've got out here in Atlanta. I'll be right back, and stay tuned with us. Keep the comments and questions coming. All right, Ben Bolton back here with MNN, Mother Nature Network, with live coverage of the super blue blood moon and lunar eclipse. Just a reminder, these cameras are on the West Coast. So you guys are getting a view of what it looks like over in the Pacific Coast, but that's where the best view is going to be at. I'm actually pulling up here in just a few minutes. I ran up. Our building's got some top floors. I got an elevator, went all the way up, and got some video and photos of what it looks like here in Atlanta, just for you guys. I thought you guys might appreciate it. So I'm working to pull those in right now. That way you guys get a view of what it looked like here on the East Coast as you guys all await your turn to see what it looks like. Now, I will say the East Coast has the worst view. Doesn't mean that it wasn't just stunning and beautiful, because it was. It was worth the trip up there to show you guys what it looked like on our end. Let me see if I can pull up one of the videos right now. That way you guys get a look at what I was looking at. Let's see here. We'll get that pulled up here in just a second. While we do that, we'll take you back to the NASA feed. Ben Bolton back live with you here with Mother Nature Network, our live coverage of the super blue blood moon, co-headlining here with NASA on our coverage of the lunar eclipse as well. All our cameras are out there on the West Coast. For those asking questions and comments, keep them coming. I'm going to go through and read some more out loud as well as throw some up on screen. But cameras are out in Edwards, California, the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, and the University of Arizona's Mount Lemmon Sky Center Observatory. People are wondering what to look for because this view that you've got right here is currently from the West Coast. I'm pulling up a picture I went and got from here on the East Coast. I went up to the top of the building we are broadcasting live out of just to tell you we don't get the moon, really, but we get kind of the view of the reddish tint in our background. So this is what it looked like there on the East Coast. This is Atlanta, Georgia's view. Obviously, the moon, not exactly in frame here, but you get a sense of what the colors will be. For those still sticking around here, beautiful view we're taking you to. This is a graphic from NASA, kind of explaining this is all in West Coast Pacific time, what the phases will be. West Coast of the United States is going to get the best view for those in the United States. People in Canada, or Western Canada, as well as Hawaii, Asia, and Australia will get great views as well later on in the day. But as for this morning, that's what you should expect if you're viewing on the West Coast. This is also from NASA as well, this graphic. All those P4, U4, P1, those are all different phases of the moon. And when it's going to be the best, or the best places to view it, and the best views. So you can see that U4, that U3, that little area is going to be where the West Coast comes into play, as well as a little bit of P4. That's when you're going to see the best of these phases. So it kind of works in conjunction there. You can see the moon set times there on the left top corner side of when it's going to be best time to see it in your area. Local to you, East Coast, this is what we got. This was beautiful. Worth it, even if you didn't see the moon of cloud coverage, but the colors were amazing. Central Time, you guys are getting it right now. So if I'll see if we can find a live view from Central Time Zone. I'll keep an eye out for that. But I'm going to go through some of your Facebook comments and questions here. Keep them coming. I'm going to read them out loud, and you know what? Call some of you guys out. See what you guys have to say. I'm going to go through some of your. All right, pulling it up now so you guys can see. Disroach is saying incredible facts. Thank you. Denise Clark Crest, bright and beautiful, but was cloudy by this morning here in Ohio. Thanks for the live feed. Thank you for watching, Denise. Melody Hammond, that's all I see. Nell Donahue, has she had the baby yet? I don't know what you're talking about there. Jessica Klinger, the clouds are gone. Melody Hammond, who said the flat earth thing? Oh, we're not doing the flat earth thing. This is all about the moon. Let's see. Justin Kruger, clouds here in Canberra, Australia. So, a lot of different comments here. I'm going to go through some more. Let's see. Himaretti N saying, wow. Jose Orzoco saying the blue moon means it's just the second full moon of the calendar year. Yeah. So I want to talk about this real quick too. So why did it get super blue blood moon? So super moon is when the moon is at its closest point in its orbit to the Earth. That's what makes it super. Blue moon is not because it's going to look blue. It's blue because it's our second super moon in the same month. So thus it gets called a blue moon. So it's a super blue moon. The blood part of it comes from the lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse is when the Earth, the Sun, and the moon are all in alignment, creating a reddish, orangish shadow on the moon. So that's where the blood color, the orangish, reddish color comes from, and is an allusion to the lunar eclipse there. So that's how we get the descriptor super blue blood moon. So clearing that up there. Lots of great comments here. In fact, I'm going to throw some up on screen. That way you guys can be included here as well. So, all right. So there's some comments there on the screen for you guys. And we'll go through some of them. Sam Chapman saying it's already red here in Phoenix. Wow. Okay. I'll be sure to see. I'm going to see if we can find a feed out of Phoenix. Let's see. A lot of great comments here. Keep them coming. Nell Donahue said, I bet you it's more spectacular live. That's for sure. Irene Scott saying her husband are sitting in front of the yard watching from Southern California. Wish I was there with you, Southern Cal. Sure, it's nice weather there. So a lot of good comments and questions here. I'm actually going to go and see if I can find a view from from Central Time, somewhere in Mountain Time. See if I can find a good view to show you guys. But we've got NASA's view here. These are all from the West Coast. They're just probably about 30, 45 minutes away from their best view. But stick with us here. Our live coverage, partnered with NASA, of the super blue blood moon. Ben Bolton back with you here with Mother Nature Network as we simulcast with NASA here, the live feed of the super blue blood moon. Thanks for tuning in and continuing to like, comment, and share, asking questions. We're going to do our best to answer them. But this is we're here. This is the Griffith Observatory. This is in Los Angeles. NASA has 3 different cameras here. They've got one at NASA's Armstrong Flight Research Center in Edwards, California. This is the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, and there's also the University of Arizona's Mount Lemmon Sky Center Observatory. So we've got 3 different cameras that NASA's going to switch in between. Thanks for being live with us here right now. And I love all the comments and questions, and I've been reading some. I'll read some more here in just a few. But wanted to go through at least a little more information. Now that we're to the juicy part here, we're at the part where we get to see what it looks like when it turns red. So they just switched here. You'll see in a couple seconds. Armstrong Flight Research Center. A little coverage, but it's getting there. This lunar eclipse, a super blue blood moon. So let's talk about what this actually means. Why is it called what it's called? Super blue blood moon. Seems like a lot of adjectives just for a moon. Well, it looks beautiful, one, but why it's called that? All right, so it's a full moon, and it's special for 3 reasons. This is 3rd in the series of supermoons. Now, a supermoon, why it gets the super adjective is it's because the moon is closer to the Earth in its orbit than it is any other point. So it's 14% brighter tonight than usual. Now, it's also the 2nd full moon of the month. When it's the 2nd full moon of the month, we had one on January 1st. That's why it's called a blue moon. So while you look at this, it's not blue, right? Well, it's because it's not supposed to be. That's just the name it was given for the 2nd full moon of the month. Now, the super blue moon, how do we get the blood part of it? Well, that's because the super blue moon will pass through Earth's shadow to give viewers in the right location, which we've got 3 cameras in the right locations, a total lunar eclipse. Now, when the moon is in Earth's shadow, which is getting to that point now, it is mountain time. It's about time for you guys to go out and look at it if you don't already have it. West Coast, you can tell, is starting to get a little bit. NASA will jump back and forth through different cameras. But Earth's shadow, it will take on a reddish tint known as a blood moon. So there's where your descriptor words come in. Super blue blood moon. Super because the moon is close. Blue because it is the 2nd full moon of the month. And blood because it's a lunar eclipse causing a red hue on the sun there because of the alignment of the sun, moon, and Earth. So, a lot of good information there, and we're going to talk through some more. So, East Coast, you guys had your time, 6:45 to 7 a.m. Was right around the time for you guys. Central Time, you guys are wrapping up your viewing time here for the super blue blood moon as well. Mountain Time, you guys are in the peak, 6:30 local time for you. You guys are coming up. So you guys are going to have the best view. And West Coast, where all our cameras, when we're partnering here with NASA, that's where they're all located. You guys are going to round it out here with the best view as they switch around. Right now, they're on the Armstrong Flight Research Center camera, but they're constantly switching around. So you guys will have another view of it here in just a few more minutes. But quite a beautiful sight right here. Let's go through some questions on the some of the comments here in the Facebook Live. Eve Seal saying "Walking on the Moon." It's a good song right there. It's a Police song, one of my favorites. Also, "Walk the Moon," great band. Let's see, Deborah Wilson. Thank you, Mother Nature Network, Griffith Observatory, and NASA. Blue Moon Superman. Thank you for watching, Deborah. Let us know where you're watching from. Let's see. A lot of people saying thank you. Well, thank you guys all for watching. Michael Giddings saying he watched it from Tennessee, and it was great. Well, thank you for coming back in here and kind of seeing what it looks like on the back end from the West Coast. Tennessee didn't get the best view, but they still got a beautiful view. I had it up here just a few minutes ago, what it looked like here on the East Coast. Went up to the top of our tower here in Atlanta and got a picture of it to show you guys. It was quite beautiful, but the West Coast, they're the ones who are going to get spoiled here. They're the ones who've got the best view. Melody Hammond, thank you from Baltimore, Maryland. Thank you for watching from Baltimore. And hey, while we're on it here, anybody from Philadelphia or New England, make sure you throw a comment in here and let us know what you think about the Super Bowl. Let's see. Cena, let's see. Thank you for watching. People watching from the Philippines, Australia. Wow. Chandran Christian saying, so beautiful online. Yeah, it's quite beautiful, and I'm glad that we could bring this to you guys all across the world. Everybody watching from all over the place. Kate Lasla saying, oh, yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, for everybody who's getting a good view, very amazing. Lori Dady, thank you for your comment there. So stinking cool. Yeah, it's beautiful to see and very cool. Thanks for your comment. Kimberly Cowan watching from Lexington, Kentucky. Well, thank you for watching from Kentucky as well. And watching from Napa, California. Maybe get a glass of wine here this morning. It's got not every morning you get the super blue blood moon. You get all the descriptors in once with the lunar eclipse here. Oh, wow, Doreen watching from Alberta. Ricardo watching from Mexico here. Julie Quinsbury watching from Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Thank you for that comment there. Let's see. Alexandra Vink watching from Germany. Wow. You guys are great. Keep the comments and letting us know where you're watching from. And if you got any questions, I'll go through some more information here. That way you guys can get some more background as we await here. NASA's jumping back and forth between the cameras that they have. So for those who are just tuning in case you didn't hear why it's called a super blue blood moon, so the supermoon is when the moon is closer to the Earth in its orbit known as its perigee, and that's 14% brighter than usual. That's what we're getting tonight, or this morning. It's also the second full moon of the month. So the second full moon of the month means it's a blue moon. Not because it's actually going to look blue, but because of that fact that it's the second full moon of the month. Now the super blue moon gets the last descriptor of blood moon because the Earth's shadow, it gives the viewers a view of the total lunar eclipse. It's when the moon and the Earth's shadow kind of creates this reddish tint known as the blood moon. So you've got the super blue blood moon. Best viewing is coming from West Coast, Alaska, Hawaii, parts of Eastern Asia, as well as Australia. You guys are going to get the best view of this throughout the morning. And we've pulled up some different graphics at different times, but lots of information here, lots to watch. So thank you guys for all your comments. Keep them coming. We'll jump around. Hopefully, we'll see if we can find some other cameras as well as keeping with our NASA feed here. It's quite a good one. So, but keep your questions and comments coming. We're going to go back to the NASA feed live little music they have playing here. I'll be back on in just a few more minutes to do some more comments and questions. So stick with us here on MNN Live. Welcome back to our live coverage here of the super blue blood moon Mother Nature Network live here, the lunar eclipse. Our 3 cameras from NASA are out of Edwards, California, the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, as well as the University of Arizona's Mount Lemmon Sky Center Observatory. So thanks to NASA for sharing the feed. We're going to go through some of your questions and comments here in a second. For those who are just tuning in, we are underway here in the West Coast cameras that we have of the peak of what the supermoon is going to look like. It's called the totality. The totality began around 4:51 Pacific Coast, so not too long ago. But the important part here, the greatest part of the eclipse is estimated to begin at 5:29 a.m. Over there on the West Coast. So you guys are pretty close to that 5:29 a.m. time frame. And totality ends at 6:07 a.m. So we've got a little bit of time here to see it, but we're getting about 17 minutes away from the greatest point of the eclipse, or the fullest point. So you guys are watching at a great time to really take this in. For those who are just tuning in, though, let's go through why it's called a super blue blood moon. So the super part is the moon is closer to the Earth in its orbit than it's going to be. It's 14% brighter than usual. It's called a blue moon, not because it turns blue, but because it's the second full moon of the month. So there's where the super and the blue come from. Now the blood part of it is the alignment between the Earth, the sun, and the moon, which creates this blood moon. It's the Earth's shadow creating this lunar eclipse, which is this reddish tint, why we call it a blood moon. So these don't happen every day. That's why we're streaming it, why I'm glad everybody's tuning in here and sharing all comments and questions. We're going to go through some comments and questions here in a second, so keep them coming. Let's give shout-outs to people and see where everybody's watching from. So for everybody, 5:29 a.m. on the Pacific Coast, 16 minutes from now, you guys are getting close to the peak part of the eclipse. So let's see here. Any other facts we can throw out there? So if you missed this one, which you're not because you're watching, but for those your friends who decided not to pay attention, and you talk all about it at work, the water cooler kind of talk today. Did you see the super blue blood moon? Your friends who don't see it, you can say, well, you're going to have to wait till January 21st of 2019 to see another lunar eclipse. But this one's special. The one next year won't be a blue moon. So they're not going to get the full package here. So you guys are really getting something special, the super blue blood moon. So let's go through some of your questions and comments here. Thanks for tuning in. And let's see, Eve Seal saying, make this color into a Crayola crayon. You know what? If the marketing geniuses out there are probably working on it, if I had to guess. Crayola, there's some smart people. They announce a new crayon like every year, and we cover it, and people cover it, and they get good spotlight. So let's see. A couple people here watching from Australia. I saw some comments earlier this morning. Jenny Chauffeur watching from Melbourne, Australia. I love Melbourne. What a great place. I actually got engaged in Melbourne. What a beautiful place to watch from. Glad you get to enjoy it now. You guys are going to have it later on. Let's see. A lot of different people from different countries watching here. We appreciate it. Let's see. Sarah Hicks, thanks for your comment. Gorgeous. I nominate that for Color of the Year. I agree. What a great color that one is. Let's see. Ron Anderson, it totally looks like that outside. Clearly bigger, too. Well, Ron, if you've got a picture or video of it and you're watching it live, please send it in to MNN or post it in our Facebook comments, or we have our Facebook messages if that's the easiest way to get to us. But any videos, pictures, we're excited to see them, and we're going to share them later and all kinds of good stuff. So this doesn't happen very often, so thank you for that comment as well. Lois Rogowski saying, thank you for sharing this for all to see. Well, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Janet Williamson watching from Richmond, Indiana. It's cloudy out here, and we already had sunrise. So you know what? If you missed it there in Indiana, that's why we're bringing it to you now. This Griffith Observatory is in Los Angeles. It's the clearest picture I think NASA has. They've jumped back and forth between a couple of the other ones, and I think this one's got the least amount of cloud coverage. Let's see. A couple more. People watching from Japan, thank you for watching from Japan. Mina Fernandez watching from the Philippines. Wow, beautiful.
Let's see. People seeing it in Ohio. I'm glad you got a clear picture in Ohio. That's a good one. People talking about when the last one happened, when the next one will happen. Not sure exactly when the next one will happen. I've seen a couple people say that the combination of super blue blood moon hasn't happened in quite some time. So this is not something you're going to get every day. So I'm glad you're watching it here with us here at MNN, as well as the coverage we're going to have all day, resharing some of the things you get to see in this feed. Quite beautiful. Let's see. Sarah Reese watching from Pennsylvania. Thanks for watching. Pennsylvania. Probably got some Eagles fans out there getting ready for the Super Bowl this Sunday. Let's see. Okay, so if you got to vote, you guys people here on our comments are very responsive, loving it. What's cooler, the Super Blue Blood Moon or the halftime show of Justin Timberlake? I want to hear your thoughts. Anybody out there? Okay. Jenny Schofer asking, can you explain the blue reference? Okay, so why it's called a super blue blood moon. The blue is in reference to being the second supermoon of the month. So January 1st, we had one. If you click through the article, we explained this very well. And the live feed is embedded in the article, so you can come right back. You're not missing anything. But you can get a good read through for some of our best writers here at MNN explaining what this is and why it's so significant. But the blue portion is because it's the second supermoon of the month. All right, got some responses here about my question here. Daniel Kreifel saying the super blue blood moon is way cooler than Justin Timberlake. I think I have to agree with you there. Timberlake's going to be around for a while. You never know when you get to see the super blue blood moon, okay? You can buy tickets to see Justin Timberlake up close, see him on the TV screen. Not as impressive as watching this. So NASA, you can see here, cutting to the Mount Lemmon Sky Center Observatory in Arizona. So this one isn't quite as close up, but it's a cool view of what it looks like from an observatory, and probably closer to what you're seeing if you're going outside and looking out there in Arizona or on the West Coast. Let's see, Melia Cabrera watching from New York. New York. Gotta love it. Nicole Wildason there. Technology is amazing that you can see this. I agree. Let's see. John Gregory, shout out Crestline, California. Yeah, thank you there. Amanda Honeywell, early afternoon in the UK, watching here. Thank you for the teams that make this happen. Love and peace. Well, thank you for watching all the way from the UK. Love our British audience. Love all our audiences here. Man, Ireland? Who's this Patrick Lynch watching from Ireland? Wow. Let's see. Sharon Meeson saying, thank you for going live. No, thank you. Thank you for joining us here. We do it because you guys like to watch. And see, Deborah L. Kaufman. Great comment here. Some informative stuff here. The last blue moon lunar eclipse was March 31st, 1866. Saying the next one will be in December 31st, 2028. So, large gaps here. Not sure when we get super blue blood moon. It's almost sounds made up, like a little kid was like, let's think of the best moon we could possibly come up with. But that's, it's you don't get to see it very often. Molly Passmore, clear skies in Tokyo, can see it in all its glory. Wow, watching from Tokyo. Well, thank you for tuning in here, and share your pictures and videos. Send it to us. We'll be glad to put it in an article or, really share it around the world. You can tell this is a worldwide stream. This is not just U.S. only. But NASA doing a great job giving us some great visuals. I'm sure they'll cut back and forth. Two different ones, probably the Griffith Observatory next up. But Mount Lemmon Observatory looking great right now, kind of a distant view. Let's see. June Baxter Blau saying, wow. Great comment there. Let's see. Mexico City, hello. Wow. Maritza from Mexico City, thank you for watching. So it looks like we're cutting over to the Armstrong Flight Research Center. This one's got a little bit of cloud coverage, but you can see how that deep color there in the bottom left. This one is in Edwards, California. Let's see. Mohit saying clear sky in Singapore. Well, that's good. Thank you for watching from Singapore. Renee Reeder, hoping to see it in South Africa. Wow. All over the world. Very good. Arvin Pantura saying very Instagrammable. Right there with you. I'm sure if you go on Instagram right now and you look through the hashtags, I'm sure this is trending and everybody's got their own picture of it. Especially NASA's view. NASA's got a great view. So, but hey, if you go on Instagram, make sure you follow or tag us in it. We'll be sure to take a look and probably include it in a little bit of our wrap-up coverage. Let's see. Gail Drucker comment, awesome. Well, thank you for your comment there. Man, all over the world you guys are watching. Really appreciate it. Keep the questions and comments coming. Tyne Style saying Mother Nature at its finest. Well, yeah, we agree. That's why we're streaming. It's just beautiful. You don't get to see it all the time. Super Blue Blood Moon, 2018. What a good time to be alive. Here we go. Let's see some more questions. John Gregory saying it's clear in Crestline. Very nice. Very nice. Gene Evans saying, I'm in South Wales, but I think we have rain tonight. I'm praying we're not. We'll be praying there with you. I hope you get a chance to see it in South Wales. If not, you've got this feed as well as our coverage throughout the day of the Super Blue Blood Moon. More Philippines. Dana Bondi saying it's beautiful. Manuel Butcher Hall saying too cloudy in Brisbane, Australia with a sad face. Well, we've got this view of you here. Hopefully the clouds clear up there in Brisbane. Lovely place. Been to Brisbane before. Mint Zoss saying watching from Golden Rock. Wow. Great place to be watching this from as well. Let's see. Dell commenting here, watching from Citrus Heights, California. California's got a great view of this. So all of you guys in California, make sure if you get a chance to go outside, keep the stream up, but go outside, take a look, get a video or picture. If you can get a good one, at least of the clouds around it, and send it into MNN, either in our Facebook messages or an email. So let's see. Jeff Bradley, beautiful view from Santa Cruz, California. Wow, Santa Cruz, what a beautiful place to be. Karen Hackenberg, partly cloudy. Hopefully your clouds clear up there. Phoenix. I like that Facebook name. Phoenix. Beautiful Mother Nature. Satish watching from India. Wow, beautiful. Jenny Schofer feeling humble seeing this amazing phenomenon. Yeah, we're feeling good that you guys are here with us, enjoying our coverage, doing the best we can over here at Mother Nature Network, bringing you the best. We're going to switch to this camera, the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, probably the best view. That switch is coming up here shortly, so stick around. We got another good view of it, and we got two more cameras to go. Still got a little ways to go here. We've been live for about 2:45 here. So we've been bringing you coverage all morning. See, you guys are doing a great job bringing in questions and comments for us. That way we can respond and have some fun here on Facebook Live. It's a long morning, so all you guys across the world hoping to see it. You got a little bit of a view here, but we'll cut to another view here in just a few minutes. Going through and liking a lot of you guys' comments. Thank you guys for what you're saying here, and we're gonna go. We're gonna go to another view here hopefully shortly. It's all NASA's control. Let's see. Maurice Hetherington saying beautiful dark red from Sonoma, California. Sonoma, great wine country. Jose Orozco asking what's the Facebook Live time limit? 4 hours. So we're here for another hour and a half. Strap in, people. We're gonna have some fun. Okay, we're gonna stream this until it's too light outside to see the moon. And my desk is raising. Okay. Karen Hackenberg, pretty good view from Port Townsend, Washington. Wow. Good stuff there. Blake Denley watching from Columbia Gorge, Oregon. Sure, it's beautiful out there in Oregon. John Gregory, thank you for the feed. Thank you. Let's see. Kitty McConnell saying, wow, it set about half an hour ago here, but I saw it as it neared the horizon. Well, I'm sure it was quite beautiful. If you got a picture or video of it, make sure you send it in to our Facebook messages. Come on back to keep our live feed going. We're going to switch to another camera here shortly, I promise. NASA's looping them around. Let's see. Glad to see it here because it's not visible in Nova Scotia. That's from Nick Malett. Thank you for your comment. Daphne Chambers is great. Thank you. I see you guys laughing about my desk raising. Sorry, we've got the stand-up desk. When they move up and down, we can't really control them sometimes. If you ever played with one of the standing desks, it's not always easy. Daphne Chambers, great. Thank you. Thank you for keep your questions and comments coming. We'll go through some more information here. A lot of you guys are sticking around here with us, which is great. We've got some new viewers as well. The greatest point of the eclipse happened about 7 minutes ago, but doesn't mean to go away. Because the totality continues for probably another 30 minutes or so. So it's doing well. We've got another 30 minutes to go on the totality. But the rest of the phases happen all the way through the morning. So we're going to be live here as long as we need to be to get the full coverage of this And I'm sure NASA will switch away from this darker view here in just a few minutes. But the best views are coming out of California, probably the Griffith Observatory, which we'll switch to here in just a minute, once NASA decides to click their button. And let's see. California viewers, Western Canada, treated to the total eclipse from start to finish. Weather permitting, the eclipse fans in Hawaii will get the lunar eclipse as well. Alaska, Australia, Eastern Asia. You guys are all the lucky ones here. Ooh, a lucky man he was. There you go. Go through some more comments and questions. Woo! I see a reader picture here. Denise Baca with a picture. What a great one. Liking that one. You got a good view there. Not much cloud coverage. Denise, thank you for sending in that photo. Wow. Anybody else who's got photos of videos, make sure you send it in. And sorry about the picture here from NASA. It's they're the ones controlling the switching, but they'll switch here, I promise. They do every few minutes. So we'll go to the better view, and it looks like we're getting ready to switch here. Yep. All right, switch is coming here in just a few seconds. Here we go. You're going to get the best view of it that we've got from the Griffith Observatory in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go to the Griffith Observatory we go. Okay. So, wonderful, from the Philippines. Yes. Okay, everybody, take your screenshots now. This is your best view. This is going to be probably the best you're going to get from NASA. This is a good time to share it with your friends. Send some more comments. Let's see. John W. O'Neill, the moon is set in North Carolina. Thanks for streaming. No, thank you for watching here. The moon's set over there. We're in Atlanta streaming this, so we don't get the view anymore. It was beautiful, but I'm glad we have these cameras to look at it as well. Helen Wright, full moon in a couple minutes in Britain. Wow. Let's see. D. Holy from Holt, Michigan watching. Thank you for watching. Seattle, Washington, can't see anything, shocker. It's from Michael Brown. Yeah, hopefully things clear up there in Seattle for you guys. Muhammad watching from Pakistan. Thank you for watching. Mary Susan saying, I'll take a picture from inside of my house. Good. Hey, we take any kind of pictures. Denise Baca, thank you for your picture. Great. Wendy Rao saying, this is great. Watching from India, watching the live stream. Well, thank you for watching. See, Sarah Hicks with another good quote here about the moon. The moon is friend for the lonesome to talk to. Very true. It's like an echo chamber when you're just talking to the moon. Let's see. Dorothy Grant, awesome. Just saw it from Canada. Wow. Let's see. Jackie McAllister's too cloudy in Boulder. Well, that's why you're watching the feed. Thanks for tuning in here. Susan, live view from you got here, but you're watching from Redstone, Colorado. Connie Boucher, wow, so amazing. Love nature. Love you for watching. Deborah Kaufman, watching from Ohio. It's officially a supermoon, blue blood moon, officially full. Thanks for watching, Deborah. Dita watching from India, getting ready to watch it. Good stuff. Lots of comments here. Taco watching from Morocco. Thank you for tuning in from Morocco. We love our worldwide audience here. Mother Nature, it's all over the world. So Helen Wright, full moon now, exactly. Love from Brussels. Thanks for watching from Brussels, Elizabeth. Dana Bondi, so glad to have this coverage. I'm from Wisconsin. All right. Joan Davey saying Casper's cloudy. Sorry about the cloudy cloud, or all the clouds there. Samuel Stalvo watching from Oklahoma City. Show's about over for him. Yeah, that's right. You guys are wrapping up. Arvin Panchura saying Mother Nature Network, blue moon, super blue blood moon, amazing. Yeah, quite amazing. All right, so NASA's going to pop up some information for you guys here about what phase it's in, the umbral phase. So the sun, the earth, and the moon are perfectly aligned. So this is actually the time to take a screenshot. This is perfect. The sun, earth, moon, perfectly aligned. The earth's full shadow blocks most of the sun's light from reaching the moon's surface. Wow. Mark Edwards from Idaho. Thank you for tuning in. Carol Ann from British Columbia, Canada. Joan Olivier watching from Perth, Western Australia. Love Perth. Great place. Alicia watching from Australia as well. And it was beautiful. Saw it in Florence, Arizona. That's from Carol Milton. Great stuff. Now Richard Sayer watching from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Love Colorado Springs. Beautiful place to be. Thanks for watching, Richard. Great comments and questions. Lori Hamilton, San Diego, California. Super awesome blue blood moon. I'm going to give you a shout out, Lori Hamilton. San Diego. Why I love San Diego. Beautiful place to be. But San Diego, former Chargers fan here. Can't be a Chargers fan anymore if you like San Diego. But sad to see them leave. Hopefully, wish them the best. But can't support the greedy owners. All right, so we're going to come back here in just a few more minutes. We're going to take you back to NASA's live little music jam, but I'll be back on here, I promise, in just a few more minutes to go through some more comments. Get some screenshots. This is the time. This is the time to watch, to share it with everybody, and likes and comments. We'll be back on here in just a few seconds. Thanks for watching. Ben Bolton back with you guys here on MNN Live, our live coverage of the super blue blood moon. Thank you for sticking around with us. We reached the 3-hour mark. Had a couple comments I wanted to get to here. We got a comment from Esther Doxy saying, watching live from Mrs. Doxy's 4th grade class, Manteo Elementary School in North Carolina. Shout out to the 4th grade class. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have the sound turned on, send us a picture of you guys watching it. It's a good time here at Mother Nature Network. Glad that you guys are tuning in with us. Great educational moment as we learn about the super blue blood moon, why it's called that, and everything else. A lot of great comments here. Susan Andrews, awesome, so good to see it. Marion Merlot saying, wow. Julian Woodman saying, this is awesome. Watching from cold and sunny Nova Scotia. Whew. Thank you for tuning in here. Yolanda Casimiro watching from Toronto. Hope it's a nice day up there in Toronto. It said snow and cloudy sky. Thanks, MNN. Well, thank you for tuning in. Charlie Longman thanking MNN as well as NASA. Yep, thank you, NASA. A lot of great comments and questions here. We won't spend too much time. You guys continue watching as we go back and forth. We got NASA's feed and the Griffiths Observatory. But just in case you forgot why it's called the super blue blood moon, each adjective is there for a reason. The supermoon is obviously when the moon is closest to the Earth in its orbit, about 14% brighter than usual. It's a blue moon because it is the second supermoon of the month. Supermoon, or a blue moon, doesn't mean it's actually blue. It's just because it's another supermoon in the same calendar month. And it's a blood moon because if you see the color that it has right now, a total lunar eclipse creating this reddish tint. So that's why it's called the super blue blood moon. Keep your questions and comments coming. Thank you guys all for tuning in here, sharing some photos and pictures along the way. We are streaming for about 3 hours now, and we'll continue as long as it looks good. We're past the I would say the thickest point of that reddish tint, but you can see the bottom left there of the moon starting to return to color just a little bit, but still creating these beautiful visuals. So stick around with us. We're going to keep streaming and stay tuned with Mother Nature Network.